Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another video for Vanguard Zero. It's time for the shutdown arc to continue. I hope the emulator isn't frozen. Okay, good. It's responding. I was away long enough for the emulator to freeze, and I hate when it does that. Though if it did freeze, I'd probably have just stopped recording and restarted again. Okay, I don't actually have to play this clan. I was just going to play it against Nova Grappler, but I'm not playing against Kamui. Good. I mean, card fighting against Kai isn't much better, but his clan has pissed me off far less, and I think you guys know that. I'm late. Reiji and AG talked my ear off. Sorry. But I can't get you guys involved this time. Kai? Cuddle knife? Quadra Knights. So they beat you guys and told you to forget Brother Aichi? Wait a minute, hold on. Kamui is he 13 yet? I don't know. That's a very young age to go through something like judgment. Pretty young. Everyone else is pretty young too, but they're at least within the high school range, compared to Kamui, who isn't. But he's fine, right? He's hardcore, I think. Except I don't feel good about the fact that, well, he's probably going to go through it at some point. I'm just like, that's not good. I hate that. Your voice is really loud. My body hurts too, but my head is pounding. Yeah, my voice probably is really loud. I mean, I don't want to mess with the volume settings because, well, if anyone's watching these videos, I think that it should be roughly the same quality. Although I'm not sure if that's actually the case, considering how Season 2 ended. But I'm trying not to change up the audio settings too much. Although I am going to work with them when I go back to playing Duel Links normally again. Shit. Anyway, my body is not in as much pain, but it's definitely not considered normal, if you catch my drift. I mean, seriously, no, you don't catch my drift. You can't see it. You can't see my eyes, and you can't see my mouth. In both cases, that's a good thing. I think everyone would cringe. My dentist is going to scold me extra hard this time. Extra hard. It's gonna be painful, but you know, I'll be fine. It's just, I need toothpaste. I don't have the toothpaste. I don't even know if I can handle toothpaste, but I'm gonna have to try to develop some kind of tolerance to it. Can I build up a tolerance to it? Can I build up a tolerance to pain? I shouldn't ask that question. It's one of the most cursed things out there. But I mean, you can't go through life being completely without pain. Eventually you're going to experience some kind of it. And because humans are assholes, and also you make mistakes, and you might accidentally do something that results in some level of pain. Like when you stub your toe on the edge of the couch, which I have done countless times. and it is the worst kind of pain. It's somehow worse than getting a paper cut. Your voice is really loud. My body hurts too, but my head is pounding. Sorry. Jen. Yes? Do you know Philip Nebb and Oliver Gaylord? Well, of course. They've both won the Vanguard Europe circuit a number of times. They're world-class fighters. They've been in the spotlight since their debut battle. Their fights at last year's tournament were especially splendid. Their decks are constructed brilliantly. Can you stop bragging about them? Enough! Huh? But I can give you more detailed information on them. We're fine. Okay. European champions. No wonder. My opponent must have been one of them too. He was a creepy guy. You're talking about him, aren't you? The guy I hate. Yeah. I think that was him. I could make out his rough figure shape in the distance. Yes, I could barely I could barely see it, and I wasn't entirely sure, because obviously it was like a silhouette. You weren't supposed to know who he was, but since I've watched all of Legion, mate, I know who it was. Also, process of elimination as well in this particular case. Searching for IT means fighting them, doesn't it? Yes. Kamui, if you need therapy, I can, try to find you a therapist, but I don't know Japanese, so that'd be kind of a bad idea. Why are you all acting so wimpy? Remember, we're the Asia Circuit champions. You haven't experienced it, Kamui. Although he's normal when he's fine apparently. I just received word that he's fine. From where? The source material! Yes, the source material. It said that he's fine. And healthy. But he still has a weird fear of Nagasa for some reason. They're different from all the fights we've had up to now. Well, unless you read the manga, in which case physical pain is actually a thing. Yeah, in the manga, physical pain is a thing from the get-go. Like, seriously. In the manga, Rin is extra bored, so Tetsu comes up with these gloves, and they basically electrify people that take damage. And he likes that for some reason. It makes it extra exciting or something. So, obviously, in the anime, that's not the case, because the manga isn't being covered here in this game, you know, because it's shutting down. But if it was covered, that Rin would probably be introduced. But that's not going to be the case. I would have liked to see it in the game just to cover that too, but that's a bit, what's the word again? Overkill? No, wait. Redundant. Redundant. That's the word, yes. It would be a bit redundant. Although the Kai in the manga is a bit less of an ass. So there is that. I think everyone wants me to just continue. Okay, I'll continue. But I like my tangents, especially since I found someone else that's known for them. So I can feel less guilty about it. Oh yeah, I feel guilty? Yeah, I don't think anyone buys that. That's a good judgment to make, because I don't think it's true. The guilt is fabricated. It's a figment of your imagination. It's deception. I should not be saying things that aren't true. They're different from all the fights we've had up to now. Huh? Inside of those barriers they use, the loser actually receives all the damage physically to their bodies. that might actually be worse than the manga, but I'm not sure because I haven't read it. I read like 3. I read like 3 volumes, but oh god. As a writer, it's humiliating to say that I've only read like 3 volumes. But at least I'm not going into the manga industry. Thank God. As much as I love anime and manga, those industries are... You must be very, 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 very passionate about that field to survive. I would like to make a special mention with Oda here. I'm not sure how he's continuing to do this. How is he doing that? No, seriously, I actually want to know. How do I get that good, and how did he get that good? I know practice is one of those explanations, but what are the other ones? Oh my god. Now everyone really wants me to shut up. Inside of those barriers they use, the loser actually receives all the damage physically to their bodies. No way. You too? Yeah, it felt like I was really being burned alive. Oh god. Why am I reacting like that? It's like I don't know what being burned alive feels like. Although I do know what pain feels like. Okay, we know. No one needs to be reminded of this. No one has to be reminded. Oh my god. I've experienced pain I can't remember, and that's very good. Because if I had Misaki's memory, I think I'd be traumatized. I would definitely be traumatized. But let's move on! Wait a minute, I'm already traumatized. I'm saying I'd be traumatized worse. I'd probably have a traumatic disorder I'd probably have a trauma-related disorder if I had Misaki's memory. Because imagine remembering all those awful things that I went through. Imagine having to remember all of that. Like a car crash, that's nothing compared to some of this shit I've experienced. Except that one car crash that freaked me out because I felt it coming, and it was one of the most terrifying car crashes ever. It was, I was just like, I sensed it coming. It was just this weird sensation. I was like, no, I don't want. And then it happened. I was in a car crash. I survived, obviously. And so did everyone else in the car at that time. Fortunately. I don't think I'd be here right now if that wasn't the case. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, it felt like I was really being burned alive. Damn it! That's his... Hi? I mean, I know he looks like he was in some pain there in that sprite, but he still seems to be oddly very stable. I do not think I would be stable if I was in Kai's position. Though, I do think that I would be more likely to be stable in his position compared to if I had Misaki's memory. I mean, if my past didn't change and I still had that memory. Obviously, my memory sucks, and that's probably a good thing. Imagine if I remembered that nightmare where that girl that reminded me of The Exorcist. Imagine if I could remember that more clearly. I think I'd be terrified. I mean, obviously it would be just a nightmare, but I would be going around freaking out. On top... Well, anyway, let's move on. I'm ready to proceed. Kai? You're not thinking about going after them alone, are you? I started this battle. I can't afford to involve you guys any more than I already have. Kai? Kai, hold on a second. Kai, you deserve this. Oh my god. I'm not sure what people are expecting that to be, but it's honestly, I think most people are probably not even going to understand what I'm talking about. So the description for this video will be elaborating on the title for this video. It will elaborate there if you're interested. Although, maybe you don't need to check the description. Maybe you already know what I'm talking about because, well, it's so blatantly obvious. I mean, just look at the rest of my channel. I started this battle. I can't afford to involve you guys any more than I already have. You're gonna leave us behind? Yeah, considering the reference, I think it's still on point here. I think it still fits. Wait! Aren't you getting it all wrong? Kamui, you shouldn't consent to something like serious pain. Kamui, don't do it! I think he's just... He doesn't care what I say. Okay, well then... You haven't changed, have you? Oh, is that a challenge? Is that a challenge? When I heard you were searching for mates, I was glad. After all, you used to be the kind of guy who never gave a single thought about his friend's feelings. Kamui, hold on a second. He knows how painful it is to lose against those guys. And he's trying to spare his friends from going through that torture. That's different from just being a blunt bastard. I mean, honestly. This is entirely different. And also, why are you, of all people, trying to give him, like, a lecture? You shouldn't go through this kind of shit at your age. That usually traumatizes children. But Kamui is a badass, so apparently he's not traumatized. I know, because of the source material! It's simple. The weakest player amongst the four of us gets left out. Kai, what do you think a teammate really is? I have no interest in that. No matter what I think, it doesn't affect the outcome, does it? You are the kind of guy who decides things on his own and go off on his own. Yeah, but this is a different story. I mean, he could... Okay, sure. Of course I'm defending Kai here. Of course. I mean, I'm also just like... I think I'd be swayed to just, you know, back off. Or maybe I wouldn't be because I'm stubborn as hell. I'm so stubborn even the astrology skeptics cannot deny that. Oh my god. Yes, I went there. Yes, astrology does say that I am very stubborn. Yeah, it says that in general sun sign astrology. All you need is Google and my sun sign, which is Taurus. Now have fun. Have fun confirming that I am, in fact, stubborn according to astrology. We don't need astrology to know that information. So that's what the skeptics would say to me. Yeah, I know that. I know. I know. I don't need to be told that. But you finally started to trust your teammate. To take down the enemy together with your teammate. But now you're back to deciding things by yourself. And going off on your own? That's right. That's not right. The great Kamui doesn't. I don't want to let you go by yourself. Kamui, you've always had your teammate. Kamui, you always have your teammates in mind. You know, I'm going to be honest here. I could take a lesson from Kai to some extent. Maybe I'm... No, the video is going to become much longer if I do this. No. Kamui, you always have your teammates in mind. But that's exactly why I've decided to go alone. In the beginning, this was a thing between me and Aichi. No matter what, I have to search for Aichi. In the beginning, this was a thing between me and Aichi. No matter what, I have to search for Aichi. I have to. With that strong feeling, I helped you guys regain Aichi's memories, which had been stolen from you. So what are you trying to say? I didn't know. I didn't know you guys would get drawn into a battle like this. I don't want you guys to get hurt any more than you have already. If anyone gets hurt, it should be me alone. I'll search for Aichi alone. Just me and Blaster Blade, who responded to my feelings. Would Blaster Blade respond to your feelings if No. Ugh. So hard to shut up for a second and just read. Just me and Blaster Blade who responded to my feelings. And Blaster Blade is not a solitary person at all to my knowledge, considering what Royal Paladin is about. Seriously. From the beginning, you guys should never have had anything to do with my atonement. Don't be ridiculous. Kai, don't make light of us. Your apartment, your basement, I don't care. You ain't the only one who wants to meet Brother Aichi. I want to see him again too. That's why I remembered. That's why I'm fighting. That's right. I want to meet Aichi too. Me too. Also me. Don't make me keep saying it. You don't get to decide something like that all by yourself. Okay, I do understand what Kamui is trying to say. But also, yeah, I do understand Kamui's point, but I'm also like, I think it would be easier if Kai did... No! Kai is supposed to get character development in this season. No, I can't do this. He has to get better. I shouldn't enable his weird behavior. Although I do understand it. I understand it, but that doesn't mean I should accept it. To grow as a person, he has to accept, he has to become... Oh, I see, I'm loud. I don't know how loud I am. Hold on a second while I ask. So I received a text saying that I'm loud. And I mean, I don't know how loud that is. I know that means I should stop being so loud, but exactly how loud am I? I'm not another person, so I can't answer. But Kamui is a loud person. Oh. I still don't really understand the response I got, but give me a second. Okay, I have to try to, be less loud. Although that's not very descriptive of exactly how loud I am. Just someone's trying to sleep. Okay, well, I definitely don't want to destroy anyone's ears. I mean, if someone from the back of the house can tell that I'm being loud, I'm probably also being loud on video. And as pissed as I am about having to tone down a bit, I think I should. I've been loud long enough. I don't have to continue doing that. I can give my voice a break, honestly. Don't make me keep saying it. You don't get to decide something like that by yourself. Picture it, Kai. Stand up, the Vanguard. Well, that was a lot. That was a lot. And I didn't know why I was that loud. I've been this loud for a while because I just... Ugh. I will actually talk about this in therapy. I mean, I think I should, honestly. Things are just going wrong. Anyway, for now, I'm going to tone things down so my parents can sleep. Although, so far, my mom is the only one that's having trouble, so I told her I would try to quiet down, but I'm going to absolutely actually quiet down. I'm not going to just try, I'm going to actually be less loud. And I have some self-awareness. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. In the next video, I'm going to continue things, and they're going to be less loud. Although, I will be loud again tomorrow. Probably in the therapy room.